All right, Alex, thank you. Jed Castle's in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Jed, so the chance of some severe weather tonight in parts of the state. And then did you say the S word earlier?
Yeah, maybe
snow?
a little snow for some, but it doesn't look like it's a March-type snowstorm,
okay.
So it won't be that big of a deal.
Good.
Maybe a little light accumulation north. We'll have more on that here coming up in just a little bit. Since last night, since David's update, no real big changes at this point as far as how the storm zone plays out. It still looks pretty much across southeast Oklahoma are the areas that'll have the greatest chance of severe weather. Again, for Oklahoma City, we have a low chance of severe weather. For us, it'll probably be wind or hail, maybe up to quarter-size hail, maybe wind gusts close to 60, but the better opportunity will be down further where it's going to be more warm and humid, and there'll be a boundary down in here. These will be the areas that will really kick in. Large hail, damaging winds, and a tornado threat down there as well. So kind of break down what we're thinking here as far as how this is going to play out. As far as the tornado zone, go from a line from just southeast of Duncan down to, Kanawha, over toward, Holdenville and McAllister. South and east of there is where the tornado threat will be at its best. Especially, though, Ardmore, down to around Atoka, Durant, Hugo, Idabel, those areas have a more of a higher opportunity for tornadoes, and there's a possibility for a large tornado down right near the Red River going into northeast Texas. Large hail as well, up to dime size, maybe quarter size here in the metro. You go down to around Ada, McAllister, quarter size, then southeast Oklahoma, golf ball, maybe as large as tennis ball size hail down here in the far southeast. These storms expected to develop down in the southeast parts, I think, are going to be really big, large, and in charge. Large hail, a lot of spin in the storms, and the threat for some strong winds possible there. 70 to 80 mile per hour gust there. Up here in the metro, maybe 50 to 60. So as you see there, it's the southeast part of the state that has the best opportunity near this boundary as it kind of sets up. We've already had a round of rain and storms from far southeast Oklahoma into Texas and across Arkansas, where overnight yesterday already some tornadoes there. So that's kind of round number one beginning to move out. Round number two will be with this low pressure area that moves in. For now, radar is quiet. So next gen is quiet at this point. We may be seeing a few showers try to form up here later this morning, but we'll still keep the chances fairly low. They'll be possible, but fairly low right now, and showers, maybe a stray storm possible. If we get a storm this morning, could produce severe weather. Like I said, wind and hail, the primary threats there. 45, east winds at 10, wind chill checks in at 40. Not going to warm a whole lot today as we have rain chances possible. Maybe a chance here this morning popping up. You see that there going into the afternoon, a chance as well. Going toward about 2 o'clock, here comes the next round right here. You see it down near Ardmore, near Denison, down to near Dallas. That rolls up across the southeast parts, and those will be the storms near that leading edge. That is where they'll be at their toughest. So southeast Oklahoma getting more rain and more storms. Might be even seeing a little bit of flooding there as that round develops and moves up across the southeast. For Oklahoma City, we'll put the chances 30% through the morning. Going into the afternoon, they do start to increase some, 40% by 4 o'clock, and our most likely chances come in here overnight tonight. Got some 30s, 40s, some 50s in the state, even some 60s in far southeast Oklahoma. Not a lot of wind, but just enough to put those wind chills down in the 30s and some low 40s across central, western, northern Oklahoma, as cold as 27 right now in Woodward. So forecast highs stay kind of range, 30s, 40s in the colder air, get ahead of that boundary to the other side of it, much milder. Look at these temperatures here, 60s, 70s. So you get that kind of a range in temperatures, even your 80 there in Durant. That's where you get those big chance of storms. Lower chance of rain this morning. Southeast Oklahoma, chance start to go up, and we'll see likely chance of storms developing in here by late afternoon and evening. Those go up here overnight tonight, where it may change over to a little bit of snow before coming to an end. If there is any accumulation, it's very light. Some dusting type snowfall in the north. May get a little bit more accumulation up in northeast Oklahoma. Cold tonight, lows will bottom out in the 30s, and as we go into tomorrow, should rebound back up into the low 50s for most spots. Kind of a chilly forecast there. Looking at that 9-day forecast, we got 48 today, 52 tomorrow. As we look at our forecast going into the weekend, again, windy conditions tomorrow morning, very windy, 25 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts waking up on the backside of that storm. That'll give us a cool day tomorrow, but warming it back up 60s, some 70s for the weekend, 73 there on Monday. We'll track a few more chances of rain and maybe some additional snow that comes at the end of that 90. Look at those temps, Storm, 35.